5 surprising ways to become better than others. In a world consumed by the pursuit of status, wealth, and fleeting pleasures, few understand the true meaning of greatness. But there exists a path that does not rely on competition with others, but on competition with the self. To become better than others, we must first understand that our greatest adversary is not the world around us, but the chaos within us. The Stoic path is one of self-mastery, self-control, and unshakable fortitude. Let us walk that path together. 1. Master the art of emotional control. We live in a world ruled by emotion. Every slight, every disappointment, every moment of anger sends ripples through our lives. Most people, blind to the deeper truths of life, react with fury, sadness, or frustration, driven by forces they do not understand. But true strength, true greatness, lies in the ability to control these forces. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In the face of adversity, the Stoic does not surrender to anger or sorrow. Instead, they pause, they breathe, they reflect. They understand that these destructive emotions are like storms. They pass. We must learn to ride the storms of life with calmness rather than being swept away by them. When we are ruled by our emotions, we lose the power to choose our actions. But when we master our emotions, we find a deeper, unshakable strength that cannot be easily swayed. We are not weak for feeling, but we must become strong enough to choose not to be enslaved by it. By mastering our emotional responses, we stop reacting to life and start shaping it. We no longer serve our emotions serve us. This is how we become better than others, not by reacting to the world's chaos, but by remaining steadfast in our inner peace. 2. Embrace adversity as your greatest teacher. The world tells us to avoid discomfort, to seek pleasure and ease. Yet, in the pursuit of comfort, we abandon the very foundation of true strength. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In the face of hardship, we often seek escape, but the Stoic seeks wisdom. Adversity is not an enemy, it is a crucible, refining us into something greater than we were before. We will face pain, we will face loss, we will face failure. But it is in these moments, in the heat of the forge, that we discover who we truly are. Those who are weak avoid struggle, but those who embrace it with courage are the ones who grow stronger. By enduring suffering with dignity and grace, we become unyielding, unbreakable. Every obstacle is a test that, when faced with resilience, elevates us to heights others cannot reach. We must learn to love the discomfort that forces us to grow. This is the true path to greatness, not the avoidance of pain, but the fortitude to face it head-on, knowing that every challenge is an opportunity to rise above who we once were. 3. Detach from the need for external validation. In a world driven by the need for approval, it is easy to lose sight of what truly matters. We live for likes, for compliments, for recognition. But the Stoic understands that our worth is not determined by the opinions of others. Seneca reminded us, "What you do is worth more than what others think you have done." When we are constantly seeking validation, we place our happiness in the hands of others. We become prisoners to their judgments, their praise, their criticism. The Stoic, however, knows that their worth comes from within. Their happiness is not a commodity to be bought by compliments, nor is it a fragile thing, easily broken by insults. True fulfillment comes from living according to one's own values, not the fleeting judgments of the crowd. We must free ourselves from the chains of external validation. When we stop seeking approval from others, we find a deeper sense of peace. The need for others to affirm our worth fades, and we become content with our own sense of purpose. This detachment from the external world is a power few understand, and this power allows us to become better than others, unshaken by the winds of praise or criticism. 4. Commit to lifelong learning and growth. Those who stop learning, stop growing. The world is full of people who believe they have reached the peak of their understanding, and in their arrogance, they stagnate. But the Stoic knows that wisdom is a lifelong pursuit. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, taught, "The goal of life is living in agreement with nature, and nature does not stop evolving, nor should we. To become better than others, we must commit to lifelong learning." This is not about accumulating knowledge for its own sake, but about cultivating wisdom that can guide us through the storms of life. Each day brings a new lesson, a new opportunity to grow, to refine, and to become a better version of ourselves. We do not seek to become experts, but to become perpetual students of life. When we embrace learning as a never-ending journey, we remain adaptable, humble, and open to the lessons life offers. And in this pursuit, we find ourselves growing beyond the limitations others place upon themselves. True greatness lies in the constant evolution of the self, in the refusal to stagnate, in the relentless pursuit of becoming more than we were yesterday. 5. Live with purpose and discipline. In the modern world, it is easy to lose ourselves in distractions. We are bombarded with entertainment, noise, and endless options. But the Stoic lives with purpose, with discipline, with intent. Epictetus taught, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This is not a life of aimlessness or indulgence. This is a life driven by clarity and direction. The Stoic understands that discipline is the foundation of true freedom. Through disciplined actions, we free ourselves from the whims of our desires. We choose to act in alignment with our values, not according to the whims of our impulses. Every decision, every action is deliberate, every moment precious. Through this disciplined pursuit of purpose, we cultivate a life of meaning. We must act with purpose, never allowing ourselves to be swept away by distractions. By living with this discipline, we not only achieve more, but we become more, becoming better than those who drift aimlessly through life, reacting to whatever comes their way. We are not better than others because of what we have, but because of who we choose to become. True greatness is not measured by wealth or status, but by the strength we cultivate within. By mastering our emotions, embracing adversity, detaching from external validation, committing to lifelong learning, and living with purpose and discipline, we rise above the crowd, not through force or competition, but through the quiet power of the Stoic way. This is the path we must walk, together. And so, we stand at the edge of a powerful truth. Greatness is not something we seek outside of ourselves, but something we cultivate within. If you found value in this, don't just let it be a passing thought. Make it a part of who you are. Embrace the journey of self-mastery. Reflect on your emotions. Face your adversities with fortitude, and let your actions speak louder than the opinions of others. If you're ready to take this path, subscribe, share, and stay connected for more insights on how we can all become better, not just for ourselves, but for the world around us. Remember, the true test is not in the world's eyes, but in your own. Stay strong, stay disciplined, and, as always, keep walking the path of Stoic strength.